And this is a beautiful shot right here of him stretching up and getting the pick there. And who says linebackers don't have good hands? I didn't. Hey, it's Dave Wyman. It's time for Football 101 again. The Seahawks coming off a 17-13 loss, but there's always something good that happens. And one of the things that's really good about this team right now is Ernest Jones, the inside linebacker. And by the way, he had a pretty emotional day. His dad had passed, and we had talked to Tyrese Knight about that, and everybody gave him a lot of support. His dad meant a lot to him, and I like to think he played for his dad in this game, but really cool. He had 8 tackles. He broke up another pass, and then he got an interception, which we're gonna kind of walk through. The thing that impressed me so much was that what we're gonna look at the first play is in the first quarter, and this is the 49ers' very first drive. And first of all, I would say, he is always up at the line, and it looks like he's blitzing. And the whole defense, really, just in general, they are really good at disguising so that the offensive line doesn't know who's going to rush and who's going to drop. So on this play, Foley looks like he's going to rush to me anyway, and he ends up dropping back into a zone there. And the problem on this one, in the next slide, we can see here, what's going on here is they're trying to run a dig behind him and then a check down in front of him. And so, and my linebacker coaches used to always say, look, the quarterbacks have big egos. They don't want to throw the little check down. They want to throw the deep ball. And that's definitely, what you should protect as a linebacker. You want to make sure you get in front of this deep throw. And so his eyes kind of fool him a little bit there. He kind of checks up a little bit. He didn't entirely jump this route, but he was paying a little bit too much attention to that instead of getting more depth. And here you see the ball in the air right there. There's Christian McCaffrey, who you definitely have to pay attention to, but still they're using him as kind of eye candy. We're gonna run a little stop route here, and then we're gonna throw it over your head, and that's exactly what happens. And this is kind of the uh-oh moment that linebackers go through when you jump the short stuff. And so, yeah, that's something that you definitely have to learn as a linebacker in this league, that they are going to try to fool you, and the quarterbacks, and especially Purdy. He loves to rip just the middle of the field, and you can see Ricky Pearsall here is pretty much wide open, and it's just a little bit too late. And then here you see him turning and running towards the ball. Ends up being a 26-yard completion. So let's fast forward to the third quarter. And this is the first drive that the Niners had in the third quarter. And he's not up, faking blitz, but they always have 4 or 5 guys on the line. And here's what he's thinking. If they try to run that same type of deep route behind me, I'm going to get a little bit more depth, and that's exactly what he does. And you can see here he's starting to get back, but in his mind, and there wasn't a check, actually there's McCaffrey right there. So it's the same kind of concept. They're trying to get him to bite up, although it looks like McCaffrey is getting a little bit of a block there, and then he's going to release. But yeah, he gets great depth right here. So right there, he's at about 12 to 15 yards. And so he knows, I'm not going to get fooled by this again. He drops a little bit deeper, and there he is getting his interception right there. And this route actually came from the other side. But again, Purdy loves to get passes down the middle of the field. He's really good at it, and that's really where he kind of lives. So Ernest Jones logged that from it was the first quarter. This is the third quarter, and he's like, I'm not going to let that happen to me again. And this is a beautiful shot right here of him stretching up and getting the pick there. And who says linebackers don't have good hands? I didn't. But he has really good hands, and it was just a beautiful play right there. And, that's what linebackers are supposed to do. But again, 8 tackles for him. He knocked down another pass. And here's the other thing about him. He's a great leader, but also he's only 25 years old. He's been on 3 teams, so a lot of people might think that, he's an older guy. But, the Rams weren't going to pay him, and he ends up getting traded to the Titans. And then Mike McDonald saw something in him so that they traded and got him here. And he has just been a tremendous asset to this defense.